I had the very great fortune to have two older actors, Charlie Leader and Marie Miller, give incredible life to some of my film scripts. One day, as we had just filmed one of my last scripts, the incredibly talented filmmaker and director, editor, George McCullough, asked me why I did not use a script using these two very accomplished actors together. Before I could even respond to him, my muse intervened with the names Heloise and Abelard, two medieval French lovers who had a very tragic romance in the 12th century. That was all I knew of them at that point. As I then began my research, I discovered why they were so unique for their time and why their love was so tragic. Abelard was the leading French intellectual of his time, and Heloise was the very beautiful and highly intelligent great niece of the rector of Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Her uncle asked Abelard if he would undertake the education of Heloise, and Abelard complied. The physical and intellectual attraction was instant and complete, and soon Heloise was pregnant. Her uncle was devastated, and with two of his colleagues, one night entered the sleeping quarters of Abelard and castrated him, separating the two lovers physically forever. Although they did marry and she was delivered of a son before this heinous physical desecration. He spent the remainder of his life as a teacher, and she entered a convent. After the tragic death of their son, they did correspond over many decades, and their letters are among the most brilliant documents to come down to us from that very dark era. When Abelard died, Heloise asked that his body be brought to her convent for burial, and the authorities in Paris complied. Thus it was easy for my muse and I to have him arrive at the convent still alive for a final meeting, and thus this film. I have spent a lot of time in Seville, Spain, the city where my wife Isolde was born. In recent years, I went there alone for weeks at a time. Usually I went to a market rather far from our apartment, so I stopped in a small park to rest. And most of the days, like clockwork, I observed two very old people walking by me. They were very short and squat and walked with canes. But the love these two old people had for one another was supremely evident, and I vowed to someday write about them. And so I did.
Heloise, my Heloise, I thought I was dead. dead, and each nation part of me, you were then gone. Were gone.
Oh, my love, my precious love. I knew. They did. I knew they did. We had a son. We had a son.
All that is gone, now gone. And I am here scant minutes. Scant minutes.
They sent to me a messenger. This convent now have its end. And I sent back, bring him here in death, so I would have him comfort. I never gave him life.
Oh, oh, do not these words articulate, for only be your face on mine did so sustain me. All time we were apart, all the time we were apart.
Oh, love, my precious love, think not what now are gone, but here, in this bleak moment, we touch, we talk, we do remember. But as I have done in all these years, you were denied me. Each time I saw a woman and a man, were you, were me, in that parade life into eternity. And as have those years were done, complete, your warmth are now I ever be. We're here, the heart of me, the heart of me.
Each moment of that carriage, bring me here, I said, not let me die. I see her once again, and here I am. Whatever moments yet remain, here I am.
Love, oh love, my darling love, I always felt you in me. That bond, the flowers what did our sun create, always felt you in me. And so I was complete. What do the earth require? How did my uncle think? He took the knives to you. We're only that of us. We're only that we share. How think I ever could, devoid of such, his knives would so destroy?
They came. The night were high and stripped me from my sleep. And as I were naked, one took the three of me, and as the others held, did slice and throw into the street what made of me a man. A man. And when they left, in all that blood I knew I would not die. However I could live, I knew I would not die. To pity I survive. Our son were there intact, and he did die, while I am yet alive. Where are that foolish God, those foolish saints who make their protestation and leave me many years, make water through a wound? Were better they took the tongue of me, or even my eyes, for these what God did give me, precious, precious, precious now, but only now go I into eternity intact. What are the real worth of me? And that I see you, my dearest love, and that I see you, our passage, quite enough.
No, not from me. Who did you want? The whole of you inside me. That whole, what made our son. That whole, such meant for me a man and a woman. I have been endowed these many years, your voice on aged parchment. Well, did I want your husband flesh inside me? So when they asked me to go his bed of death, I went out and said, my husband, and take from me this dearest wish, that he burn in hell. I'm not here this castle of virginity to curse the rest of man, for I did know these years, these hours, the best of us, the best of us. I think of all those years, of all those letters, of all those arguments, puerile and revered. I think, but here one only touch of you, and all they go in consequence. For what are here but luminous skin on skin and flesh on flesh? The ecstasy, the all of it. More life. The words are be their place. I see you now, I touch you now, and somewhere in the heart of me I do remember nothing, these words, but only how you touched me, 'cause there, where all I am, and there abide to love, that day I found you in the memory of a sleep.
Oh, my precious love, my precious love. I think those years without you, the capacity destroyed, and I do say, wherever this did create scream and holler, and there interpolate where we were young, and all impulse, velocity, were you to me, and I to you. Oh, Heloise, my Heloise, when you now put me in the earth, remember how I loved you. How are that first, or are the last? How on that violent oak we were as one the other. I do not know what after this occur. The myths, the allegations, I do not know. 'Cause there were moments where worms I saw, and purple blisters, sweet decay. But nothing could evolve from where we were, from where we were. I love you. I love you from the first I saw till now, where the sun descend, love and love. and love. One day, I walked the river Seine and saw a robin and a fish dissimilar and alive. And I began to wonder, where came these creatures from here to where and where? And then I did confront where something godlike in the process, love and love and love.
And yes, I do remember the robin from my window. The horses, the mules, and the purple dogs are all the millions of them, as if some raging star did say, "Great creatures, go and multiply, for love are what you are." And oh my darling, love, this fate that let us meet again, that let us meet again.
We never left that chamber. We never left those hours. We never left the sun, the moon, and the stars that did our skin appropriate. Such have I wrote you, the nonsense of fine dialogue. I dreamed my tongue upon your skin. I dreamed the utter nakedness. Our skin, and not black ink on parchment, not nothing left unsaid, but man, but woman, but child. This and these and those. Oh, Heloise, my Heloise, did any that I felt lay hidden in those letters? Or did you know that I felt, but could not do?
There was a path that place, where I did see each morning 2 people here employed. These 2 were old, but as some aged children they came each day, hand in hand, she the kitchen, he the garden, and they were, for me, the truth. They were here, all said of love. We could not write the words, could not paint the images, could not this Joseph and Maria? For now I learned the days that they were dead. First him, and then of her, of them whose light had now gone out. We are that moment, them, that you have been to me, and you but now come back to me.
No, and no, and no, my darling love, for you must live to testament what we are to each other. You must answer that love is all there is, the rest but poetry shrouded in deceit. Who will remember how angels dance, how letters on fine parchment do sparkle in decay, the memories that they letter. None and none and none were also as if the garlic and the onion did dance in pots of oil, and yet retained they were the death of me. I walked the streets, and in the midday sun, the smell of them together were more than any words I could compose. How do we know this? How? And how? And how? Who will remember us, my love? Who will come this place and say, her dust are now asleep? But yet we have his words. Our none could know the ecstasy of those nights when we were young.
Ah, me who do remember, how did my body dance when you were love upon it? Oh, Abelard, my Abelard, were heaven there in that embrace? Were children laughing, singing, running there on marble? That will endure eternity. Eternity. Eternity.
There are a gracious God who have delivered me. I know, I see, I revel in the eloquence of age. What face, all death in love. I feel now breath unwanted. My eyes deliver darkness as I am now to die.
Stay more that I can see of you. Stay more. For you I know the place are, the place you go will never hold you are. The breath of you, the heart of you will go this air, so never to return, so never to return.
Each hour, each minute, this coach that brought me to you, I prayed. I prayed, please, let me see her. Please, let her breath cascade upon my eyes, my arms, my legs, the whiteness of my hair. Please, let her fill the space of me. So I will go, the dying sun, what earth I am allot. We speak, we sing, we revel, my beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful. Oh, Heloise, oh, Heloise, oh, Heloise.
Stay some minutes more so I can remember whatever time I left to me. I join you in that tomb. We We're alive, my Abelard. We were alive. We walked these trees together. We spoke of love. We ate the garlics and the onions in the oil, which shriveled in the sun. We are. We are.
We are. We are. We are. Hold me. For now, I feel strange noises on my skin. Strange noises come to take me.
My love, my only love, do not go far. I cannot see you. For will be many years, I know, years as was we were apart. These moments now we not. You were the love I could not comprehend. So beautiful you were. So beautiful you are. So now I see you. Gone. What were your skin? I will yet here abide. I know, and await one day we are again together. Heloise and Abelard, God's fools! And love, and love, and love.